The Arizona Wildcats lose this game to the Providence Friars. Final score: Arizona Wildcats 65 to the Providence Friars 69. Um, there's I think a lack of trust with their amongst the Wildcats, and that's one of the reasons why I think that they um, fell apart here. While they were not able to, they had a lead. Um, I think there was like 12 lead changes or something like that last time I heard. So there was a lot of lead changes, but right there at the end, I think they were ahead uh, 58 to 51 at one point right there at the end, and then and then I think it was one of the Friars knocked down a three-pointer, and then they were ahead by 4. Um, and then they put Chris Dunn in. And, Mellor was talking about Chris Dunn and how Chris Dunn might get 60 points in this game or something like that. He ended up with 19 points in this game. I think Ben Till got 21. But the I didn't really notice Dunn in the last game whenever Providence played against the other team in their last game. I didn't really notice Dunn too much in that one. But the thing about Dunn, what he did in this game, what was really impressive about this game was not his. I think he was 7 for 9 from field goal land, so he shot really well. And we didn't have a defender against that could defend against him very good. I didn't see, but the thing he did that was really cool was that he had 8 assists. I think the Friars had, I think it was 21 assists or something like that. So, and it was I think they had maybe 10 or 12 assists at halftime. So there was a lot of teamwork, a lot of passing the ball around, a lot of confidence with each other, a lot of good teamwork was going on. But I think the Arizona Wildcats only had like 6 assists at halftime, and they ended up with like I think 13 assists in the final. At the final, I think Kadeem Allen for the Arizona Wildcats, I think he had 4, and Jackson-Cartwright had 2, and I think York had 2, Ristic had 2. But the thing is, I don't think that the Arizona Wildcats have that go-to guy just yet. That one that they put all of their confidence in as far as a player, because we had the Arizona Wildcats had T.J. McConnell for a couple of years, and he was a rock solid guy. You felt confident with him. You felt comfortable with him as a player, and so you didn't mind passing him the ball because you knew that I think one of his Twitter account or Facebook account or something like that was pass first or something like that. So he was just a really outstanding guy, and so whenever you come around with Cartwright and Kadeem Allen and trying to replace McConnell, and it's not an easy task. And I'm not saying that Jackson-Cartwright or Kadeem Allen will not step into that role of being someone to follow. I think I think Kadeem Allen might be something that somebody that you might follow easier. I think that somebody that the Arizona Wildcats might follow easier than Jackson-Cartwright, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I mean, Jackson-Cartwright has got veteran experience. He's been on the team for a long time, but he had 3 turnovers tonight. So, and I think Kadeem Allen only had 1 turnover, but the thing about it is, with that, is that I think that Jackson-Cartwright, I think he was just trying to do a little bit too much. He knew, Coach Mellor has a big impression. He plays a big impression on his players. He puts a big impression on his players. So if Coach Mellor is going to say, that watch Dunn because he can score 60 points, then the players for the Arizona Wildcats are going to go out of their way to try and defend against Chris Dunn, and so that was kind of a hard knock on the Arizona Wildcats to say that Chris Dunn could score 60. But Coach Mellor, he's a good coach. He's a fantastic coach. I think we've had 2 over 30 win seasons the last 2 seasons. So he's a really good coach. But then at the same time, then this is a rebuilding year. I really think that this is a rebuilding year, and we might not get 25 wins. We might not get 30 wins. I don't know how far we'll go in the tournament, in the NCAA tournament, if we even make it. But I think that Kadeem Allen and Jackson-Cartwright, those 2 guys are going to settle in, and we're going to start to be comfortable, because I think Anderson scored 27 points tonight. But it's just not, like I said, tonight, the reason why the Arizona Wildcats is, I just don't think that there's that trust with each other. And that's why the Arizona Wildcats had 21 turnovers, which is insane, which is an insane amount. I think Miller would be set aside with maybe 12 or 14 turnovers at the most, but not 21 turnovers. That's really, really bad. And I think the Friars only had like 11 turnovers or something like that. So, that was a major loss to the Arizona Wildcats, was turnovers. But at the same time, then the Arizona Wildcats did a really good job on rebounds. I think they had twice the amount of rebounds as the Providence Friars did, and I think that they ended up with like 40-something rebounds, while the Providence Friars only had 20-something rebounds. So, if you get those rebounds, what happens to the ball? If you get those defensive rebounds, what happens to the ball? Did the ball get stolen? Because is that why why the Arizona Wildcats had 21 turnovers? I don't know. Or did we just, freak out with the ball in our hand, and we couldn't get that second chance opportunity and knock down that shot? What was it? What was the thing that was going on? It might have been the turnovers, because 21 turnovers is just, you're not going to win a game with 21 turnovers, and especially right there at the end. I mean, I think it was 63 all or something like that right there at the end. So it was a close game, but then then we couldn't defend against Dunn for some reason. I mean, I looked at all the different players. I looked at York. I looked at Pitts. I looked at actually, I don't remember if Tollison he might have been okay defending against Dunn, but I don't think so. I think he got picked off one time, and Dunn was able to go in for a layup or something like that. So we didn't really necessarily have an answer for Dunn, but we didn't foul out. I mean, the only person that was in foul trouble was Ristic with 4, and he didn't. I think it was 27 for Anderson, and then it was for Arizona Wildcats Anderson, and then it was like 10 for Gabe York. But in the first half, we only shot three three-pointers, three three-pointer attempts. But then in the second half, I think we shot 14 three-pointers or something like that. So we just kind of went, we kind of got nervous, I think, and since the passes weren't going well, since our teamwork wasn't working out very well, then we kind of slipped back into our bad behavior of shooting three-pointers and trying to hold on to the game by shooting in three-pointers, and that didn't work out. But anyway, so the Arizona Wildcats lose this game to the Providence Friars. Final score, Arizona Wildcats 65, the Providence Friars 69.